Boy, what a 3 hours that was. And we are in a really weird position at this moment in time. Um, the news, let's wind it back to the beginning. Again, get your thoughts in. I'll try and bring some of your thoughts in because I'm going live with this one. I've done a little bit of research before we gone live, but as you can tell by the title, KDH is leaving Leicester City and not to a club that we potentially thought we would be. So it all started with this. David Ornstein, again, one of the best journalists out there actually at the moment. But again, looking at this one, and it can't work. Yeah, no worries, mate. I think with this one, can't. Bloody hell. Hi, Jack. Hopefully you're good, mate. Just with this one as well. Looking at this, what we've done. It was again Chelsea contact Leicester City to explore the signing of KDH. No formal bid at the moment. And again, perfect style thinking, right, this came out of nowhere, but you know what? Potentially this could be a good plan, especially if KDH has something to move, potentially even into the England squad. This would be a good move for him. He's probably going to peak his career at that stage. He knows the Enzo system. It comes for him. Would have been a good move. And then this was 4 hours ago. Just went on a live stream with Carefree Lewis G. And if you know him, so shout out to Lewis. And we were talking about this, and all of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, we get other news. And it was rumors, and I was like, and we went. So again, I'm still going through the stages of grief at the moment. And no, if you are, that's more than fine as well. Let me see if I can find this because God, I've got so many different tabs open at the moment. So, and all of a sudden, this news comes out where it was Kieran Dewsbury Hall has been agreed on a swap deal to Brighton. We've heard before in January that he was he rejected them. He rejected them because I'm all over the place, man. I need to get myself together. He rejected them because he goes, I want to stay at Leicester City. I want to build. I want to be here. I want to win us and get us up to the Premier League. And that's one of the reasons why we didn't sell. A, Kieran did want to go, and B, he wanted to get us back into Champions League. As per Ornstein's tweet, looks like he wasn't going to leave anywhere to go other than come to Leicester City, go to Chelsea. I was thinking, okay, Chelsea can understand. Let's see what happens. And then all of a sudden, this all kicks off. So a swap deal? So again, a swap deal, not even like normally it's like, even you think about the KDH, the Madison and Harry Winks, they were two separate deals going in two separate directions. We've panicked, it feels like, and we've gone, crap, we have to meet PSR. But for the love of what, and then what is going on? We'll get on to who he is in a second. Now, it's not just that. There is money involved. Doesn't say how much money. Hopefully, it'll be enough to get us out of PSR. Imagine if we do all of this. We lose Enzo Maresca. We lose the backroom stuff. We lose KDH. We lose also this season Atgun, Doyle, and a few the Kelechi Iheanacho, Dennis Pratt. I know that, yes, they were fringe players, but we lose all of them. And then, and this is the situation we're in at the moment. So again, and we don't even get we might get the PSR funds as well. The sooner we get out of this nonsense, the better. I just, I don't know what is happening at the moment. Just it is, again, as you were saying, Jack, played 2 times at 17 years. How much we need to pay PSR? I don't even know. The rules keep changing. The fines keep changing. I've got a feeling we're going to be hit even though. And maybe that's me being super emotional right now. And I 100% understand. But I'm like, what is going on? If we're going to sell to a big club, there is a chance that Chelsea can come and save us. Again, that is. But as that tweet goes out, both players have travelled for medicals with the tests. And again, for medicals, it's obviously the case that KDH is obviously not with the England squad. This guy's not with the Poland squad. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And it's come out of absolutely nowhere. KDH is there again. Early, they've acquired early today, but it looks like KDH is already there having an interview. What is the plan? we've gone from having Enzo Maresca and the backroom staff and cool, we're building for this position. Now we're throwing out potentially our number 8, so it means that we're probably not going to. We don't know what's going to happen to him next season. This guy was a fringe player for Brighton. And if Brighton, who are used to blooding young talents, they can't get the best out of him, what can we do? 25 years old, so he's exactly a spring chicken. Looking through Twitter at Brighton Twitter, I've reached out to a couple of fans, Brighton fans. They've not really said anything. I will back Moda, but it's just a situation. It's pathetic, man. And also let's not forget that they've just gone and charged us a load, 30% more on the tickets for this. We've gone from Enzo Maresca to Steve Cooper, and it's all of these things at once, and it feels like we've just panicked. And I'd love to get somebody's like Matt Piper's opinion on this, because he was kind of in a similar position. He was sold to Sunderland, if for those of you that can remember. And Mickey Adams basically said to him, there's been loads of interviews about it, I've read his book about it, where he said, you need to leave in order to save the club. And I think they've said something similar to KDH, and that's really gutting. One of our, again, good players, and it's frustrating, but we are. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to take this, because what are we going to achieve? We get, if this hopefully is enough to get us our PSR. So again, Fossub, shout out to Fossub again, doing some fantastic work. I know, and you mentioned him a lot as well. Really, really good account. And he's mentioning again, there's cash deal involved. And again, we need to get at least 25 million. But surely, again, you're going for a second PSR case, and this is supposed to save us this season. Boy, we need back against the wall. Bite your hands off for 17th at the moment, because things aren't looking good. How much money have we got to spend? Do you think we'll spend anything from this? I don't know. But what is the plan? There is no plan. They just tax the fans and say something. I don't blame, again, in all this, I don't blame KDH. Not just for leaving, but it's the board's fault. It genuinely is. I've tried to cheer myself up a little bit by looking at some modder compilations. Maybe they'll come up to be good, but it's not good, man. It's not good. And let's look at some of the comparing this one. Yeah, exactly. It's awful. Again, appreciate you, Georgie, and Georgie, Sean, I know Ant was in Lewis's stream as well. And I was like, what, who is this? Where are we going? What are we doing? And it's not Steve Cooper's fault. I'm with you, right? Again, it didn't want to join, but apparently he's had Modders had an injury record, which is not too good. But if you compare the player value markets on Transfer Market, again, take it with a grain of salt, but let's put them in. Market value over time, comparing both of those. So Kindred Hall on the left, Modder on the right, both of similar age. Modder has 1 more year on his contract. You could tell Kindred Hall's got 3. He's a taller player. We'll get on some of the statistics in a second. He had a bad injury. But again, you look at Modder while his career's kind of stagnated, his value stagnated. Kindred Hall's gone up and increased since his Luton loan, since his loan to Blackpool as well, during this time. Luton and Blackpool during this time. So, shout, you think anything Muller's done special, very confused deal? Yeah, unless we saw something in him. However, again, at 25 years old, he's approaching his peak in the next couple of years. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of contract they give him. If they give him a stupidly long contract, maybe I'm just ranting at the moment, but maybe that's the case, because I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue what we're trying to do and perceive at the moment, because it's a farce. It really is. Comparing both those, like in career wise, let's put that back up on screen. Just try and compare both the different players. So again, we've seen that he's come through the academy at Lech Poznan, and then they bought him Brighton for 11 million, then loaned him back, and then the market value about 3 million. He's kind of stagnated since, when is that, 2021. So it's kind of been a dead food kind of player that has just been around on the outside. And what are we doing as well? Just get into some of your thoughts. KDH didn't want to join Brighton. I don't think so. The club is in absolute state, and we were such a good run club. I was so proud. I remember going on Sweet and Sour Soccer a few years ago and talking to Wolves fans and mentioning how, look, we were a brilliant run club. Just enjoy how it is. We're selling Harry Maguire for 80 million. We were selling Ben Chilwell for 50 million, holding out for Riyad Mahrez for 60 million until we got our money. Even though they offered us more, we want our specific money up front. Then we can get the deal done. Now what are we are back to when I don't know if we're back here, and I'd love to be proved wrong, but it gives me the feeling of when I used to go and watch Leicester City in like the late 2000s, like 2007, 2008, when it was all that people used to do was go, oh, remember Martin O'Neill days? And I remember, yeah, we're not in Martin O'Neill days anymore. We have to live in the present, what the club currently is. And yeah, I remember Martin O'Neill, and I was like, yeah, we're in Championship, we're terrible. We're in League One, we're not good. And the club have done amazing things, but the board's incompetence. I'm hoping that what's his face, Rudkin hasn't got anything to do with this. It's Martin Glover who I believe in still. If Martin Glover has seen something and gone, do you know what? We need to include this in the deal in order to get this through. I'll back him. I'm still going to back Moda. I've not seen him, so I don't know much about him. I can't play some of the clips. We could probably go and type in Jakub Moda, Polish pronunciation, compilation. But I've got really little anything at the moment that will really help. Again, let's just get again. I'm just going to shout out to Glenn as well. We need to accept it. We are a team that needs to sell our big assets to survive. Yes. How are we going to reinvest this money? And also, if we sell an asset, that's one thing. Why do a swap deal? Yes, there's going to be money going the other way, but why swap? It feels like they've gone, we'll offer you a little bit less. I will throw in a player with you because you know what? You can't take it now. If this means we escape FFP for the second season, fine. But this is just get the money. Get the money up front so that it can save us this season. Glenn sent this. I'm going to actually put this over here as well. So shout out Glenn for this. I'm going to just like all good things, I get just steal it. So on the left is Moda. Sorry, on the left is Kieran Dewsbury Hall in kind of like from carries, shooting, assists, passes, recoveries. And then on the right is Moda. Again, weaker in pretty much all areas. And what has KDH been good at this year? He's probably been carrying the ball, assisting. And he's all right assisting, passing. Recovery's not as good. Have we got one eye on the Championship? Again, it feel like that? And there's no money. If there's no money, again, there is money included. I think we've gone through that, but I'm just trying to look for the next thing, and I'll get your comments up in a second. I'm trying to find what we've got at the moment. I don't know what the plan is. I think he's been forced out a little bit. Again, in my opinion, it's trying to save it just towards the end. Let me see if I can find some of the other bits. Get into your comments in a second. Do you think he's more of a 6 replacing Diddy? I think he's Diddy replacement. One thing to mention, he is right-footed, not left. So if we are going to play the same way that Enzo plays, he won't play that left. Again, the left position, the only thing we could promote Alves and then put him on and then in Diddy replacement, maybe. In Diddy, there was talks of him potentially signing the contract by a few different people this season. I don't know. But again, if somebody's being thrown in at the deep end, you look at the likes of, when's the last time a swap deal happened? The only one I could think of was, if anybody can think of another one, the last one I could think of was Alexis Sanchez and Mkhitaryan. And Mkhitaryan was, because they wanted Man United and Arsenal, they wanted Sanchez. They just kind of threw in Mkhitaryan. It's like, go now, go proudly, go, 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 go. We need somebody. We just need somebody to fill this gap. And it feels like they've done the same thing with this one. So, I don't know. Chelsea was a favourite. Yeah, mate, put 75 million, put the money on the table, cash up front, Contract till 2035. Jobs are good, and yeah, I think we'll see how much changes when it comes up. But this swap deal, it's so strange. It genuinely is so strange. And Jack's put in as well. Does not deserve to stay at the club. We'd rather keep him and take some of the position of Modder. Yeah, we don't know about Modder as of yet. We're hoping it's 25 million plus. Again, Jack, Sean, I don't know where you got that from, but yeah, I'm hoping that if we do this and we get a points deduction, this is the most farcical thing. And to think that a couple of months ago, all was going smoothly, all was going well, and yet this has just come out of nowhere. What are we doing? Again, I just saw your one. I'm just going to bring that one up now as it's literally live again. So Fab tweet again. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Total Football. Mo's passed his medical. Be announced soon. And just for the Fabrizio's just tweeted out. Would receive in excess of 25 million. It's not even that much. I'll be honest. KDH is more than 25 million. Is that going to be enough to get us over FFP? And if that's the case, why do we put Yannick Vestergaard on a 3-year contract? I'm sorry. I like Yannick, but he works in a very specific system. 3 years, you're going to put him on a contract. Completed the first part of his medical. So he's not completing the medical. First part of the medical. Keenan Hall's in Brighton for the medical. So they've valued him at 15 million for a guy that's just coming back from an injury. 15 million, bearing in mind Dennis Pratt, and I knew Dennis Pratt had to move on. Dennis Pratt, we were trying to get 8 million for 8 million euros, and the Italian clubs wouldn't pay that. We're saying that Modder's twice the player. I don't know, man. I don't know. 25 million at a bare minimum, and is that in pounds? 25 million pounds, yes, but at least not euros. No names in. Shout out no name. Only justifiable is that nobody pays over 30 mil, so 25 mil with circumstances isn't too crazy. You have to pay 40 million. That's insanity. I mean, 40 million in this climate isn't that much. Mason Mount was 55. They're valuing Conor Gallagher at 35. So I think 40 million's a decent position. But we coming back to a time where the club was run terribly. And what is the plan? What is the plan? Because I don't know what it is. The board will stay silent. They won't say anything. They'll just announce. And I'll be really interested because when the I think Anil mentioned this when we did the live stream. That they mentioned that we are delighted for excellent. We're delighted to show you the new price for season tickets. We're delighted to announce Enzo Maresca's new manager. We are pleased to announce Steve Cooper as manager. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you, mate. I feel very similar to you. I want to back him, give him an opportunity. I'm not saying write him off straight away. But again, if Brighton were willing to let go of him, he can't have been that good. As a swap deals don't happen in football. Very rarely do swap deals happen. And yet we're swapping him for our best player and 25 mil. Is that going to be enough to get us out of FFP? Considering we've re-signed Vardy on probably lower contracts. We've Yannick Vestergaard's on 3-year deal. What else? The club aren't learning their lessons and they're just making, and it's pure profit. Don't get me wrong. We didn't pay anything for him, so it's pure profit. But I don't know what this means. I'm trying to think of how we would play that next season. And the only way that I can see it potentially playing is a 4-3-3. So I say 3-4-3. But we're going to be playing, instead of a 4-3-3, I can say it's playing like 3-4-3. Let's see if I can get the formation up at the back. So let me see if I can where would Moda slot into this team? Let me just get this up at the moment. So again, please, Chelsea, deciding possible bid from call Chelsea in deciding about possible bid. O'Hare again. I think is a sensible signing. at this moment in time. Let's get into the kind of formation that we play. So I feel like, in the good news, again, Fatau looks like he's going to sign, and he's been training with the team, but he's just been doing it behind the scenes. Things. Shout out Hamza Chowdhury for leaking that information. So I feel like if we're going to play, we're going to have to play with 2 midfielders now. So that'll be Winks as one of them, and what Ndidi, or like, let's say, I even forgot his name now. Jacob was his more. I've even forgot his name. What shall I call him? Moda. I had Morez in my head for some reason. Moda as the 2 central midfielders. And that could potentially work. And then we got Ricardo out to the right. Then you'd have what? Let's say James Justin over to the left. Vestergaard in behind. And then who else? Fuss here. We probably need somebody, but let's put Fuss on this side. Put Cody on the side. I'd say the other one. Cody as one side. Vardy up top, and then put Fatau. I think because this works, because again, we don't play the number 10s. And that video that I did is just kind of gone out the window now. We've not got him. And then Mavididi. Is that how you can see us setting up next season? Anybody think of anything else? The plan is to play the youngsters. Mate, if we were safe in the Premier League, then play the youngsters. We can't afford to. If we get a points deduction we're going to get a points deduction this season, fair enough. And they'd probably be scared by it, because I think it might be bigger than expected. Because of the points deduction that happened with us, and how we play, because of the points deduction, they're probably looking next and go, crap, we need to figure this out. So that's how I see potentially Leicester City lining up this next season. Kind of brand down the hatches. This is the kind of football. Will Winks work in a 2 pivot? The only potential way that could work is if we get like if we get like a Kyle Walker kind of player playing up this way, then Moda comes central and then it kind of shifts across. Moda comes into the 10, like the KDH role as a free role. Then Ricardo can come alongside Winks, and then Cody, or if we know we've been linked to a couple of other players. We don't even know how much money we've got at this moment in time. And the way that this is going. Door's in the chat. Hey, Door saying something nice. How are you, mate? It'd be good to get you on a video and talking about point improvement for a new manager. Yeah, good to see you got Coop back. We're backing him, but again, I think for Cooper, I think even for the long term of Cooper, I've got a feeling he'll be the Claude Puel, where he'll come in, he'll need to, because we're in a mess. And you're looking at this squad and what we've currently got at the moment, and we need some stability, because at the moment KDH's been ripped out of us. That's some stability gone. Ndidi potentially signing is a bit more, but we really, I just don't know what to say, man. I genuinely don't. 25 million is not that much. It's not genuinely not that much in grand scheme of things. We'll have to see. We'll have to see with that one. If we lose Ndidi on free, we're all screwed. I think we can get away with Ndidi potentially more than KDH. If you give me the two out of the 2, but KDH's got value in the same way that we knew Maddison was going. But it's going to be a real challenge to try and get something out of this team and see what we can play, because that's the only way that I can see this team working as a 3. So again, bringing that back up. So with that one, again, putting these players back. So Ricardo comes back to wing back. Cody comes in a back 3. And then these 3 like brand down the hatches. And then Moda comes out of the team. Potentially what you do is you play Ndidi in this position. And it's something similar to who played in the midfield for Chelsea under 3-4-3. They had flying wing back. They had Kante as one, and I can't remember who the other one was. It Kovacic and Kante, I want to say, as the midfield 2. And I can kind of see Winks and Ndidi being a similar ilk. Mavididi and Fatau played like the inside role. Moda's played number 10 4 times, normally the number 6. But we don't need a number 6. We've got Winks in the team if we need another 6. I'm with you, Chester. Big up, Chester. Not seen you in a while. Hope you're good. We could do 35 million. I wish so as well. I wish, yeah. Fast if they, but again, Barcelona haven't got any money, but we'll have to see what this is, because what is going on. Shout out Leicester City Down Under. Luke, again, appreciate your this. God knows what time in the morning it is for you. This is, again, I'm not saying it's abandoned ship vibes, but that one is what, let's be honest, that's our only saleable asset in the squad at this moment in time. Mavididi's unproven at Premier League level. Fatawu will be. Hermansen is another actual asset. I'll give you that. There's not many assets now left, and we'll see, because it's I don't know what we're gonna do. Jake's sorry, to the fan base. They aren't being transparent. They aren't. The club, the Foxes Trust has come out. The UniFS have come out and said we didn't know anything about this, and also they're just pissing off the fans. And there's always the club top said, "Oh, we're going to do this, that, and the other." This is just, I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm with you. Barcelona have been linked to him with Fast, but yeah, they can't afford him, and I think that's been a big thing. He's linked to a few European clubs, but they can't afford what he is for Leicester, and I don't know how good he'll be next year. We have got to hope, and do you know what? It's quite glad that we've got him, because imagine Thingy wouldn't have come in for this kind of price and this kind of money. So with the prices going up, what does this mean? With all this stuff, I mean, what does it actually? I don't know. I'll give it a few more minutes, but I'm genuinely, I don't know what this means for our squad, for our team. Do we go up? Do we stay up? I'm hoping so, but I'm clutching at straws. I mean, this is the team at the moment in time that we've pretty much got to play with. In Diddy for Moda, maybe is another one. It's still a decent Premier League team. That as a back three, and I feel like it's going to get Vestergaard, Cody, and what we've got at the moment. Hey Diego again. Still remember KX. Well, yeah, shout out Diego. Also, thank you for your video submission. I've included you on the end of year awards if you saw that. But again, Moda's having that medical right now, so we can't really do anything for this one. I just don't. I just feel like this club has no identity. John Rudkin, there isn't enough. It was going so well last season. Then this summer, then obviously this January, we had the Dolcente situation. Now we've got this. What does this mean for us going forward? I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure, because I don't know where to take this as well. And how this again plays for things. I've got nothing. I've got hope. I've got a bit of hope that we can do something, but news is just coming out at the moment that we've just been stolen. Our player's been taken out of absolute nowhere, and all of a sudden the Telegraph got it right again. But a team next season, I think we had a discussion about this with Anne. I think it's a chat and Anil, who mentioned about with Leicester City, with Brighton, sorry, they've just appointed a 31-year-old manager, which is crazy young. That's like appointing a 19-year-old keeper as your first keeper. With that, they can do well with that manager, and it's brilliant, amazing person, amazing achievement, or it's going to go south and it's not going to work. And Brighton are in this precarious position where this happens. And it's not exactly like, with like, you look at Moises Caicedo and they were 100 million plus, you can understand that money, or you understand Harry Maguire going. You can understand that kind of money, but for this money, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. The last couple of years, I thought we turned a corner. Last season was so good. Look at this. We brought in Hermanson, we brought in Doyle, we brought in Atgood on loan for Tau, great signing, Mavididi, great signing, reinvention of KDH and Diddy. And I'm really hoping that Steve Cooper can do something similar because we need it, man. Boy, oh boy, do we need it. Connor Cody coming into the side. Harry Winks has been reinvented under us. So it looks like maybe they were using the money for Fatawu to pay off for KDH. So that's 25 million a minimum. 14 million of that has gone to Fatawu. Right, we've got 11 million if this was like to break even. I think there's going to be nothing else done for the window. And then we're going to see in July, because I think the PSR rules finish on the PSR rules finish on the 30th of June. And after that, then it resets. Brighton have had the money. They've had 100 million from Moise Caicedo. They spent, I think they just broke their transfer for Yao Pedro. And they last season they bought for 30 million. Now they're potentially breaking it again for KDH, but they're putting Moda the other way. Oh, that's an interesting. I didn't know that. Moda and Cobra, I didn't know that at all. But we need something, man. We need to start. I don't know if we need to play like Ben Nelson, something Braybrook, because this squad as it is a mess. It really is. And this came out of absolutely nowhere. Club again will be silent. Thanks, Katie. Katie will do a really nice message, but bearing in mind his social media are owned by his social media are it's probably owned by the club. So I just don't know. I don't know where we go. I think I might just leave this channel for a little bit, calm down, figure out what the hell's going on, and see what's happening. Let me see if I can find the Fatawu pictures because I think they were Foss Hub tweeted them, but it's quite good. And again, I don't know if it's actually from this year because it was in last year's kit. Let me see if I can find that one during preseason. So this was apparently Abdul Fatawu. Just to leave on another note as well. Again, this was again in the Leicester kit, but again that was the kit from last year. So it looks like he's wearing it. Haircut, I think, is different. So again, this is kind of genuine as well. And he was working and doing some stuff, rising stuff, which I think is like Fatawu's name on Instagram or something like that. So at least that's someone positive to have. But I'm not sure what we do. And if you look at the video I did yesterday, we were talking about KDH being integrated in the system because he's vital, playing as a number 10, playing as a midfield 3. But it feels gutting out of nowhere. If he went to a bigger club, I would understand. And I got nothing against Brighton. I like Brighton, and they're doing what we used to do, selling big players on for money, reinvesting in the squad, turning a big profit, etc. I thought they were great, but I don't know. I'll try and get some people on. Some people like who's Moda? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. With Moda, at least there's potential, there's promise, but he's just coming back from a long-term injury. I think an ACL was a massive injury. So unless Glover's saw something in him that has gone right, this is the one. Then we'll see. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to end it. I've just had a little bit of a rant at the moment because the board's had an absolute meh once again. I hate to say it. But thank you all for watching. Again, make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. When there's an update, I'll let you know. There probably won't be another one until actually PSR is over. Thank you all so much for your nice comments and thoughts. We will be back when we get some more stuff, but I appreciate all your comments. I'll see you all in the next video. So goodbye.